77. Yep.
All right, we're live.
Oh, okay.
I think
Oh.
that's we're not.
As always, folks,
We are so not live.
brought to you by King Harv's Coffee. If you buy from them, mention us. That's my contribution for the podcast.
Oh God.
We're all wrecked this morning.
Yeah.
FenCon happened.
Yeah.
FenCon was fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Versions of fantastic.
It was a fantastic little con.
We're so tired.
And I am so knackered. I can't.
First of all, I would like to apologize to the watchers for Friday's screw ups.
You're going to have to narrow that one down a bit.
For the podcast.
Oh, that screw up.
That weird looping at the end was kind of bizarre.
Yeah. The whole damn podcast was bizarre, but the
And
problem
that's different
was,
how?
Huh?
And that's different how?
well, we were trying to work off of the local interweb, which didn't work. Then we tried the special backdoor internet, and that didn't work. And finally ended up putting it on my hotspot, where we had roughly 600 people all trying to hit the same friggin' cell phone tower.
Yeah, apparently, the Metro Mess, in their infinite wisdom,
Yeah.
instead of one cell phone tower in a complex of 4, not 2, not 3, but 4 big convention hotels,
Yeah. And we saw how well that worked, or didn't.
or not so much.
What was funny was watching Richard Hopkins, because he had his earphones in and was both watching the live stream and sitting across the table from us. So he would laugh, and then he would laugh 2 seconds later as the same joke finally caught up with the live stream.
Apparently, there's about a 2-second, 3-second delay
Yeah.
between live stream and what he was hearing.
But for a little con, we had some heavy hitters there. Larry,
Chuck Gannon,
Chuck Gannon,
Rob Hampson,
Rob Hampson, his sister,
Sandra Medlock,
Sandra Medlock, and they brought their mother.
an absolute sweetheart.
Yes.
Delight.
Oh, she was an absolute sweetheart.
She steals bacon. Be careful.
Yes. She
Yeah.
will still steal bacon and let you take the rap, by the way.
Felony bacon is the best bacon.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
pardon,
Sarah Hoyt was also there, Sarah and Dan.
Dan.
And one of our own,
Diamond. Don't forget Steve Diamond.
Steve Diamond was there.
Steve Diamond, and Jack Wilder. And one of our own, John Van Stry, got his first time as part of the Bain Road Show.
He was so nervous.
He was so scared.
Couldn't shut up. It was the cutest thing.
But he did well.
Yes, he
Oh,
did.
for those of you who don't know, I'm sorry, my manners are lacking because I'm knackered. We have Brendan Hankins in the studio in a blanket fort with us,
Wait,
as long as the second mom of the apocalypse, Courtney.
Yeah, the three mother,
You are
Sure, you're the first one here.
the three mothers of the apocalypse after
Moms.
this weekend.
3 moms of the apocalypse.
Moms are Jonna, Courtney, and Cedar.
3 moms of the
We have
apocalypse.
a redhead, a brunette, and a white-haired old lady.
And
Who started that? Was that just you? Or
That was
did
me,
that
just
come
me.
Yeah.
somewhere
That
else?
was just me.
Okay.
but we
it's,
owe them
apparently
a
it's catching on.
big thank you for the store that they put together. They did a fantastic job with that. And I think everybody did pretty well.
I'd like to thank the Misfits
Yes.
that showed up. I didn't realize we had Misfits, but apparently we have Misfits.
Yeah. And well over 200 of Larry's fans, who
I
also are Chuck and Bob's fans.
Mhm. I have to say, it was because of all of them that this con was a success.
And
They
y'all,
showed up and had a
And
good
y'all,
time. Yeah.
You know.
those of y'all that are on here that were there.
Mhm.
Did that make any sense? No.
Yes.
I don't know. I am so knackered.
Yeah.
We had a
I'm so
fantastic
knackered.
con, but if you guys hadn't shown up, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Much more broken today
Yeah.
without the help.
Yeah, it was like Liberty Town showed up in Texas for the weekend.
And I'd say Team Large Mammals, thank you so much.
Yes. There were some funny instances. And the first one was a panel that they didn't want us to have.
You're gonna have to narrow that down a lot.
We did Guns of the Future panel at
No, they
4.
wanted that one.
Huh?
They wanted that one. They had a lot of suggestions. A lot of people wanted that one. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So they had it at 4:00 on Friday afternoon, thinking they wouldn't get that many people.
During my reading, by the way.
Sorry.
There. So very upset.
So the panel was Larry, who was the guest of honor, and oh, by the way, also the moderator of the
Yeah, he
panel.
wound up as the moderator as a guest of honor, which is really weird.
Because he's the one guy that can make you all shut up.
Ian was on the panel. Cal Spriggs was on the panel.
Chuck
Chuck Gannon was on the panel. Alex Wakel and myself. And we had standing room only, and apparently they chased away about 30 people.
We overloaded the fire marshal limit by a good bit.
And they only let us run an hour. And we were asked by multiple people, could we do it again? Sadly, we were not able to get a bigger space or time in the schedule, but we're looking at potentially doing that one again at LibertyCon next year with a larger room and a longer period.
Cedar, your child is one of the Misfits.
Yes.
Felony panels are the best panels.
Fellow pounds of Misfits.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For those, all right. Okay. Elevator.
Oh,
Saturday night, I think.
Oh, elevator.
Elevator.
I think.
Elevator
sit down for this
story.
one.
I'm done. I am mildly intoxicated. Mildly.
We all
Mildly.
were.
And I am going home. I'm going to the hotel everybody had to go to, got reset to. So get on the elevator. It was me and
Brad Johnson, Manny Ratliff,
several
John
folks.
LaForce.
Me and a bunch of Misfits are on the elevator from the 12th floor.
Small elevator.
It's not a big elevator. About floor 8, it went grind, and then it started going, elevator has stopped. Well, no shit. So I punched the button, and it said, elevator has reset, heading for ground floor. And didn't go anywhere. So I called the front desk, and I said, hey, we're stuck on the elevator. And they said, it's not moving. And I said, we're stuck on the elevator. Oh, we'll get somebody up there, which I thought meant they were going to find a maintenance guy with the standard elevator key. Yes, there is such a thing.
Yep.
It's long and bendy or flexi or hinge. To come up there and open the damn door. So we wait. And then it says, retracking to ground floor. And didn't move. So I called the front desk again. And they went, what do you mean you're stuck on the elevator? So then I called Jonna and said, we're stuck on the elevator.
He didn't. Okay, so the
I was intoxicated.
tension in his voice. I put him on speaker because I was taking alcohol back down to the Sky room because we had way too much alcohol floating around, which we still have here. And I had you on speaker, and I was like, instantly there was a puff of air where Scott was. I was like, you're what? You're stuck,
Because-
what? You're stuck on the elevator. What's going on?
One of the Misfits is apparently claustrophobic.
Brad.
No,
No?
No.
Jonathan,
the Hawaiian one was getting ready to start climbing the walls.
stop playing with the thing. They can hear the clicking. Put it down.
Oh,
Put
shit.
the thing down.
So
Sorry.
this is what keep telling your story. Then I have a story about this because I have it in
Oh.
my pocket.
So, and then my 55-year-old prostate said, hey. So I called the front desk again after talking to Jonna and said, listen, there's about to be some very expensive damage to the control panel. And they said, what? And I said, I've been drinking and I have a 55-year-old prostate. Sir, people are on the way. And next thing I know, there's banging on the out, and I'm done. I'm flat done. There's banging on the door. So we start prying open the door from the inside, and the Misfits have some knuckle draggers. The doors came open on the inside. And on the outside, Scott has jammed a trash can lid into the joint between the doors and the doors came open. So I'm annoyed. Well, I'm irked. I'm less annoyed than irked.
You
Okay,
were
so you skipped
pissed.
a part.
Slightly more annoyed than usual.
You skipped a part. When Scott opened the door, the rolling cloud of fierce sweat and heat.
Yeah.
Yes. So I say, where the hell's the stairs? And Scott goes that way. So I head for the stairs, kick the stair door open. We're on the 8th floor. So we're going down the fire stairs. And we get to the 2nd floor. There's a big sign on the 2nd floor door that says, do not enter. I'm irked. We entered. Apparently, it's the corporate offices for that particular Holiday Inn. I couldn't find a way, Sheridan, whatever the hell it was. I couldn't find a way out of it because it was a cubicle maze. Go down to the 1st floor, and 1st floor door has this big sign on it and a big red push bar. It says, open this door will sound the alarm. And I'm heading for it and shifting, wait to kick the door open when the Misfits grab me and they say, dog, if you evacuate the hotel, they're going to hate your guts. So then they drag me back up the 2nd floor, and we will go looking. And we prowled the 2nd floor. Y'all's door security sucks, by the way. Prowled the 2nd floor until we got out in the mezzanine.
Oh, this is the good part.
So I'm looking over the side, trying to figure out how the hell. I was actually looking for a fire hose because I was fixing a fast rope down to it. And I'm yelling across the mezzanine, hey, how the hell do I get down from here? And the front desk people said, sir, you have to take the elevator. Fuck you.
So you look. So then y'all come over the side and you're like, "Where you guys been?" Because the rest of us were just waiting on the ground floor. Like, what the hell happened to what happened to Ian and them? Y'all look over the side and said, "We got stuck in the elevator. How do we get down?" You got stuck in the elevator? Yeah. Well, let me come up there.
Don't use the elevator.
Everyone says in unison, "Don't take the elevator."
Ding, there he is.
My drunk ass got up in the elevator.
Yeah, Matt, Hot Dog was reenacting Die Hard.
I was about to, but I couldn't find a fire hose. Would not be the first time I used a fire hose as a fast rope, trust me.
He's Bruce Willis with less nicotine and more hair.
And a lot more booze. So we get down. And God bless the Sheraton. They were actually, we are so sorry. We are so sorry. Here are our vouchers. Cool. Free food. I'm good at free food at conventions. Grab our vouchers, head for the door, and I noticed the red blue lights pull up. And as we are headed for the door, here comes a fireman. Hup, 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 hup. I said, oh, are you here for the people stuck in the elevator? Yes, sir. We're them. Bye.
Yeah, Brian, y'all come in under a different category than Misfits.
There are Team Very Large Mammals, and then there's the Misfits.
And then there's the League of Conspicuous Evil.
Well, there's
Which
that.
would be
Yes.
Brian.
And
Which
that's
would be
Brian and his crew. So we did a number of panels. Sadly, most people did not get to see it, but I did get to see Larry squee into light over a real abomination
Yes.
that Alex Wakel from Dreadnought Industries built.
He
Tell people what that is.
he got it. Okay, the abomination is the shotgun, the main preferred arm of O&Z Pitt in the Monster Hunter novels,
Yes.
and it's a modified Saiga with a grenade launcher and a bayonet.
Saiga 12, isn't it?
Yeah.
Saiga 12. So Alex Wakel, who is a fantastic gunsmith, found himself a Saiga 12 and a 37mm flare launcher.
Yep.
And he's on version 6.0 on the bayonets because it's not meeting his exacting specifications yet.
Yep.
But he brought it, and Larry got to hold the abomination and squee.
Yeah, if you want to see a picture of that and the width of his grin, it's on my blog post from yesterday. But sadly, due to issues, we couldn't bring the gun in the hotel.
Well, we didn't want Texas. We still didn't want to panic a bunch
Yeah.
of people.
They were having enough of a panic over the wooden ones.
Yeah. Whoo! The inflatable ones. They
uh,
were geeking out with the inflatable Tommy guns.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That grin stretched from El Paso to Texarkana, though.
Yeah.
So the con folks, Todd Caldwell, pop over to FinCon, the convention, and let them know that they did good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Raised $3,400 for their charity.
Yeah.
And at least 2,000, if not more of that, was just Larry
It was $2,300.
auctioning off a seat at his Gritty Cop Show game. And made fantastic. It was a good time. It was basically Liberty Con West.
Yep.
Good time was had by all. I got one of the issues with the hotel I have, not on staff, but on simple physical construction.
Yeah.
Not enough hiding places.
And no friggin' food service at lunch.
Yeah, no kidding,
It's
right?
laid out weird too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't any place to hide. Weren't really any places to hide.
That you found.
We did. We also did a no shirt there was panel.
Yes, we
That
did.
was good.
That was for 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah. Well, we shut it down at 2 hours. People were wanting us to keep going, but poor Todd Caldwell,
The tech guys in the back were doing
they were doing the head bob.
the Z monsters had jumped on their eyelids and were dragging hard.
And but I think that went pretty well. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention, talking about weapons, now that I see that from ALS, was when we were doing the live stream from the lobby, our mortar set up for covering fire. It never came. He shot 2 of them, but you could never see it on camera. I went back
Well,
and
I
looked.
never saw it. I didn't realize he was launching mortars at us.
Stop playing with that.
What?
Put it down. Stop playing with it.
Do we need to get you one of them fidget spinners or something?
He had his feet. He got a raise.
He'll be like the delinquents in middle school. Just
Yeah, Brian Nads. It was Nerf mortars.
Yeah, it was a Nerf mortar. And I apparently launched two of them at us. I never saw them go overhead.
Well, you were 14 kinds of jumpy and ocean. Where am I? What am I? Who's walking behind me?
I was stabbing that first day.
Kingdom Nerf battle.
Yeah.
Well, Bridget called it your steady stance and your steady walk.
Oh, Doug, he will get you for that.
But
Susie realizes what he's
Thought
saying.
the elevator was your hiding place.
No, because we're stuck in there like
there
4
were people in there with me.
Oh.
Yeah. And now he's playing with the F-bomb.
You can play with the F-bomb. It doesn't make noise. So these are all gifts from Jesse Barrett.
Yes.
Jesse
and his 3D printer.
Mm-hmm. And he sent other toys too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Apparently, this is one of my squirrels. Kind of short, the glow stick. And this really creepy guy is fully articulated, which makes for some really squirrely. It's me.
Looks like a drawn one of them posable things.
Yeah.
You can give them the pose and then recreate. You draw them out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, it's a squirrel duck. That's what it is.
It's a
Squirrel duck.
I
Yeah,
love
but
it.
everybody was, we were all on a number of different panels over the course of the weekend. And I think by and large, they went pretty well.
I think so.
Although Alex did make a comment about the no shit there I was sitting between you and Kelly Grayson.
Yeah, that's
He
intimidating.
said, I was laughing so hard I hurt.
You gotta admit, his story about the fallopian tubes
Oh.
was just.
But Cal's one about the 2 Jewish guys in the bet in the MRE box. Oh, damn. And Cal leaned over to me afterwards. He goes, I'm not sure I should have told that one.
Oh no, that was perfect. That was perfect for no shit there I was panel.
Cal's a super nice guy, and his wife Amanda's just beautiful lady. They are good folks.
Indeed.
And you don't realize Cal has got that sense of humor.
No, he has a really sneaky little sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's great.
He's so low key and so chill, and then he comes out with stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you're like, I'm so glad we're friends.
Yeah. But I
And
did
Miss
I
Marcia, sweetheart.
did figure out how to get Chuck Gannon right off.
Oh,
All you have to do is mention Tradoc.
Tradoc or energy requirements for spaceflight or
Oh, yes.
artificial gravity.
What was the question he responded to? He said, kill off Tradoc or something like that?
No,
Ooh.
that was me.
That was
And
you.
he went, yes.
Oh,
Ian, put the stick down.
you may have the F-bomb. You may not have the stick.
That's the magic wand, guys.
Yes, everybody pretty much has got stories about Tradoc.
We are so tired.
Oh,
But the worst one was right at the end. I had to moderate a panel on how hard sci-fi is your science fiction. And I have Mona Lisa Foster. I have Rob Hansen. I have Carl Gallagher. And I have Stephen, and I can't remember his friggin' last name.
Patrick.
Stephen Patrick. Thank you.
Wait.
And so we're running late because people are coming from another panel. And the room is filling up quickly. And Mona Lisa and I are chatting back and forth. And she looks out and she says, well, this couldn't go as far left as your panel at Fantasy went. And then somebody in the crowd asked the question of what happened at Fantasy.
and then they had to explain.
And Mona Lisa gleefully explained what went on with that panel.
Oh,
Now, we had a room full of science nerds, plus we had Tony Weisskopf sitting in the back. So I'm trying to ask these real science people questions, and I lost words. Could not think of it halfway through the question. So I throw out MacGuffin,
being the word that
not the word I wanted, but it was what came to mind in place of the word I was thinking of. And I say, Tony Weisskopf in the back go, huh? And I, oh shit. So they proceed to answer the
like
question.
you do.
And then Tony goes, excuse me, I think you were really looking for Easter egg. I stand corrected. Thank you, Tony.
so
It's like, damn it.
there's a funny anecdote from Dr. Hansen on that one. He was talking about, I'm pretty sure that this is the same panel where he was one of the people sitting on the panel, and he comes in and he introduces himself. He's like, hi, my name's Rob Hansen. I'm a scientist. And he goes to sit down.
Oh, no, that was a different
Oh,
panel.
that was a different one?
Rob told me about that. Got me outside.
That was funny.
Oh, God. And somebody in the audience said, well, that's not good enough. And
No, it was
Rob,
someone on the panel.
oh, someone on the panel?
Yeah. She was like an anthropologist or something like that.
And Rob went off.
Yeah. He was the science guest of honor.
Guest of honor.
As-
And he said, I laid out everything I am qualified for. That I have done, including, and his mother is standing behind him because we're outside. And his mother kind of went, and started, all I could do to not die laughing. But to see Rob, I mean, he was still pissed.
the man's got credentials longer than my alleged rap sheet. Allegedly.
Yes,
Well-
Jesse, she said that to speaker. Yes.
Wow.
It
Kelly-
took a good 5 minutes for him to get it all out.
Kelly was really kind of nervous. Kelly Grayson, bless his heart, is as introverted as the rest of us. Well, maybe not as bad as me, but he's pretty introverted. And he was a little nervous about coming to a con because he's a paramedic. He wants to be a science fiction writer, and he's a damn good one. But he was a little nervous about being on panels. So they put him, one of the panels he was on was the space medicine, emergency medicine panel, which he's eminently qualified to speak on. And I felt so sorry for Cedar and the NASA girl, who were also, because it was Cedar and NASA girl and Doc and Speaker of the Lab Animals and Kelly. About halfway through, Speaker and Kelly hit it off and started riffing off each other.
There went the rest of the panel.
Oh, he looked like he was having a grand old time too.
Oh, he was having fun.
Yeah, he was having a lot.
Kelly
of fun.
or Speaker?
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly was having a
Well,
blast.
Speaker too.
Well, Kelly, you have to understand, Kelly is nationally recognized paramedic instructor.
Right.
He's a speaker at EMS conferences
But he's a total sci-fi noob.
where he's well known.
Mhm.
So he comes into this group and it's a totally different world. It's like Becky Jones. This was Becky's first fun con, science fiction con.
She was a
Yeah,
sweetheart.
that's what she was saying.
Mhm.
She was
Yeah.
a sweetheart. I liked her.
She was awesome.
She's a retired professor, so
Yeah.
she usually does academic stuff. And she came to this.
But if
Yeah.
I'm
they
glad she did.
if they were nervous, I could not see it.
Professionals.
You're always nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I
Hey.
told after
Nico.
the space medicine panel's over, I walked up and I told Speaker Rob, I said, LibertyCon, I'm gonna sit in a bar, I'm gonna buy you and I'm gonna buy Kelly drinks, and I'm gonna sit there and listen to you two riff off each other. And he goes, "It's happening."
I'll be honest. Story time with Kelly. He's the only person I've seen to date that gives you a run for your money.
And storytelling? Oh, he's better than I am. He's better than I am.
Yeah, John.
Don't ask him about his mother.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you don't have to ask. He will tell you.
Yeah.
That's a room. Not
Yeah.
the children nearby.
Yeah.
John, it was not your first con, but yes, you were nervous, but you did a very good job. So John Van Stripe popped in.
Hey,
Hi,
John.
John.
Good.
Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all get nervous. I mean, it's a fact of life because you're always afraid you're going to get up there and you're going to screw something up.
Oh yeah.
Now, most people don't. I, however, on the other hand,
Well, I did screw up in the no shit there was panel. I wasn't going to tell a pink gorilla suit story again because I figure everybody's heard it and is tired of it. So I was actually going to tell the hog story, and I couldn't remember it.
Oh, speaking of which, I didn't think about it until after you were talking about it here in the chat. But how frustrated you were when you came off that elevator. I imagine that's how you sounded when you were stuck in the what's it bush.
Oh,
the armadillo
the
story.
Paracantha bush.
The one that made the
Yeah, the
everyone's
Paracantha.
like, the dog's ruffled. He's never been ruffled.
Oh, you have no idea. I wasn't ruffled. I was irked.
yeah, yeah, Kermit,
And they wouldn't let me have a whiz on the control panel.
they actually did deer hunt from the ambulance station roof.
I don't know that it would
Hey,
help.
the whole world's a bathroom if you don't care.
And I was drunk. I didn't.
Yeah.
There was going to be sparks. And the Misfits going, no.
Yeah, the story was the deer hunting from the ambulance station roof is not false, because you have to understand when Kelly started out, they didn't get paid for like 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
So they were subsistence hunting while they were on duty.
Yep.
Yeah, and John is exactly right. John, you met a life goal.
Well, I learned to ditch roll a deer.
Yeah.
Because of Bugscuffle County, because my take home pay for a month at
Yeah.
Bugscuffle County was $992.73 every month.
Most country boys know how to ditch roll a deer.
I can ditch roll an antelope. I didn't know how to ditch roll a deer.
Yeah.
And the sheriff, I was actually one of the, when the 4-hour break-in period, actually 30 minutes of it was how to ditch roll a deer.
Yeah.
Because we needed the meat.
And you always keep buck knife in your car.
Or a knife of
A
some
knife.
type.
Well,
Ask Kelly sometime about how many knives he got offered when he went to clean his deer.
The Dakota deer.
Yeah.
can I get the backstrap off that, please? Yeah.
Oh God.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yes.
Ditch roll is overseas. It's a poacher skin. It's how to clear a deer fast before the how to dress a deer and get the good parts fast before the authorities get there. It's called ditch roll. You don't normally you hang a deer up, and then you so that and ditch rolling. It's basically you rolling it back and forth to get everything off of it.
And you can, if you're good, you can get what you want off the deer and be gone in about 5 minutes.
Yep.
You know, out west in a lot of states they actually do have roadkill salvage laws.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they just let you hey, you either take it home or we're taking it to the homeless shelter.
Yeah.
I used to up the Panhandle, they would donate roadkill deer, and then they got dumb. They wouldn't accept roadkill deer at the shelters and at the food banks anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
Rick, that is a real field strip. Yes.
there was a period, a lot of my great grandparents and far extended family live in a little ranching town in far central Oregon. And driving out there on a yearly basis, my grandmother, at least once a year, went out to hit a deer or an elk and
That's what they're for.
just take it out, you know. It got to the point that the trooper recognized her by name. He was like, well, your freezer's still full for the last time, or should I just take it to the homeless shelter?
That's Brennan Hankins in the background.
Yeah.
Yes, Nancy, you break the deer down right there by the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you're hungry, you will do that, and especially
Backstraps, tenderloins, big chunks off of the haunches and the shoulders, and run.
Felony roadkill is the best roadkill.
Yeah, Brennan's headed out later today.
Actually, tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm helping some local friends with some wiring in their house. But yep, after that, back to Montana.
And he was wonderful enough to bring all the stuff that wouldn't fit in my car back.
Yeah. So thank you very
The
much for that,
blanket
Brennan.
Appreciate
Not
it.
only
How
that,
forward we'll travel.
Yeah.
him and his boys did most of the loading of all the stuff too. So
Again, the Misfits.
Yeah.
God bless the Misfits.
And helping with breakdown on the con and setup too. I know you guys are helping with the setup in the main room too.
Although apparently some of us were more problem than we were worth in the setup.
I got chased out 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there to help. I was there to
drop
hide.
off your books, go the hell away.
She actually told me that. I didn't have books to drop off. It's like, why are you here? I'm hiding. Hide somewhere else.
And I think Steve Diamond got his eyes open a little bit too at the con.
Oh my goodness, his wife is so delightful.
Oh yeah.
Yes, little bitty thing.
Yeah, she's great. Oh my God, Bridget teaching her the 3 questions of conventions for authors' wives.
Oh yeah.
That was fabulous.
Do tell.
Bridget is a fantastic mentor for this kind of thing. She's done so much, and she's an amazing guest adjacent person.
Yes, well, I'll do
Yeah.
that on Thursday.
She's a
Okay.
guest in her own right.
She
is.
is.
She is. Well, it's actually, we need to get a button for Larry that says Mr. Bridget.
Mr.
Yeah.
Bridget.
Because honestly, it's like Larry's great, but I really want to talk to Bridget.
Well, she's
I'll
not-
tell you the 3 questions of authors' wives at
Okay.
conventions on Thursday.
Okay.
So,
Well, if she ain't queen of the con wives, then she's high in the running. Either
Oh, yeah.
her or
Mhm.
Sharon Rice Weber.
Yep. And they're a trip to see on a panel together.
Oh
Oh,
God.
yeah.
They're so much fun. And if you get them both at dinner,
Don't they do like a wives only panel
They've
at
done
like
that
Liberty Con or
so-
something?
so they do a
Rider spouses.
So Liberty Con is a care and feeding of writer spouses panel
Mhm.
that Sharon and Bridget pretty much run.
Mhm.
And a couple other cons have started doing it. And one actually did men only, where they're talking about their writer wives. And it was a wonderful panel.
Lovely. It's really sweet.
Dan Hoyt. They got to put Dan Hoyt on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Chuck introduced Larry as a guest of honor as Mr. Bridget.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because very often it's like, yeah, Larry, whatever. I want to talk to your wife.
Of course, Bridget did get me off at one point and was grousing about Larry wanted me to do something. Gave me direct, specific instructions of how to do it. I went and did exactly what he told me to do. And I presented it to him. And he goes, "Why'd you do that?"
Because you asked me to.
Writer's brain versus.
Yep.
He had absolutely forgotten he asked her to do that.
Oh, there's unofficial care and feeding of authors in the atrium with Bridget, Mr. Mona Lisa, and Mrs. Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Getting Rick talking is fantastic.
Rick,
fun.
And Rick is so laid back.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
it's
he's
such
hilarious.
such a sneaky sense of humor.
And Nikki Canyon made it down.
She
Sadly,
did.
her
Nikki,
husband
Nikki.
did not make it, Robert.
She was really excited
Nikki,
to meet
Nikki,
both
Nikki.
of us. She came right up to Emma and
I
was
saw her for like
squealing.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I never got to talk to her.
Mhm.
Well,
I got a hug. I was good.
she hugged
I got
everybody.
one
It
too.
was great.
Yeah.
One of the issues the hotel had was with the air conditioning in some of the panel rooms, and they really got a little warm, and Nikki couldn't handle it, so she didn't see a lot of the panels.
David, that'll be on Thursday. You'll get the answer to the 3 questions.
No, Nikki, for those of you, I did out of context quote because this will probably get me in trouble. Nikki got an Uber to take her back to Amanda Green's house where she was staying. And I was out front because I'm a Texas gentleman and ladies don't stand out front in public without an escort.
Yep.
So we're out there talking and the Uber shows up. And because me and I have ingrained habits, I open the door to put Nikki in the front seat where she can get a hold of the driver if he gets stupid because I grew up overseas. And she looks at me, says, back seat. I said, you can't shoot him from the back seat. And she said, I'm not carrying a gun. And I said, if you fucking told me, we could have fixed that. And the entire time the Uber driver's looking at us like, no, she getting back seat. No, Scooter, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She got in the back seat.
Yeah. And then there was the
I wish I know
the little name game that we were playing.
Oh my God. Jim and I have a long time fellow blogger. Started out as a fan of mine, popped over to Jim's, and we were talking about him. He's come through a couple times, and Jim named him, and Nikki went, what? And Jim said the name again, and she said, my ex-boyfriend. Congratulations, you've just experienced 3 degrees of Jim Curtis.
So she takes a selfie of the 2 of us and sends it to him.
Oh,
and then she holds the phone up to me and goes, and it's a response from him. What the fuck? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
The reason why you ride in the front seat is after you shoot him, you have to be able to grab the steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, people in overseas who are intent on doing bad things to backseat passengers frequently have the seats armored.
Yeah.
And trying to shoot through the seat just doesn't.
Well, so is that like the opposite of the Bain Matchmaking Service? Or the Bain Breeding Program?
Yeah.
Is like the North Texas Troublemakers Divorce Attorney?
Oh, I missed something. What?
Talking about the ex-boyfriend story.
No, that was prior to
We
Troublemakers.
should at some point tell the story of my ex-husbands. So,
Who I adore.
Yes.
both of them.
Both of them.
So you want to be in the front seat so they can't raise a barrier after you get done shooting them, you can get a hold of the steering wheel.
And if you're in the opposite situation, just keep driving. Drive faster.
Yeah.
Because what are they going to do? If they shoot you, you crash.
That's why you get a hold of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
You know, crashy if you have a hold of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
You
John
can't do that
says,
in the back seat.
what's funny is John Van's trying to have several friends in DOD and aerospace, and we know mutually. But I'm an old fart. I've been around a while.
We hadn't noticed.
You're in range. Yeah.
No comment.
So how was piloting the Ark off of the mountain?
Right between the lines.
There was better chow on the ark. We could at least kill real meat.
How cold was it on the boat when
The buffet-
Washington crossed the Delaware?
The buffet was better on the Ark.
Yeah.
It was great on the ark. Are we missing a few? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, now we know what happened to all the dodos.
The unicorns were especially tasty.
The unicorns were delicious.
I did not babysit Keith Richards.
Chicken fried.
He, on the other
unicorn.
hand, might have babysat Queen Elizabeth.
I love that meme going around.
Keith Richards.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen one with Keith Richards. You know, it's like the death of the Queen didn't hit me
Yeah.
until I saw a picture
Yeah,
of Keith
keep
Richards
holding the
with
Queen.
as a baby.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm pretty sure that man's pretty much self-embalmed at this point.
Oh, yeah.
He was self-involved a long time ago. Why do we have 26 people watching, only 17 likes?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's better than we usually get by this point.
They're too riveted to find the like button, like the subscribe button.
Yes, do make sure to subscribe.
Yeah, Sarah, yours Yours is through Jonna, so she has no room to talk.
John is almost as bad as Jim is.
I
It's
have, like,
slightly narrower range.
No, I collect offers
Yeah, she does.
Yes.
because I like them.
You
Yeah.
collect-
Interesting, and they have great Google search histories.
She keeps them on the bookshelf over there. And we're not talking books. We're talking actual authors. Kind of like the
Shut up
heads in the
about my
jar.
collection.
Yeah, the jar is just like in Futurama.
Oh,
Heads in.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Nixon's back there somewhere.
Christians 1, Lions 0.
Yeah. Yeah, the North Texas troublemakers are 1 year old.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
we
are
are.
we?
Yep.
Holy gods.
So
Okay.
now look what we've done.
You're no kidding, right?
Just wait till we enter the terrible twos.
We collected a few more this
There's a
weekend.
reason there's 3 moms. So.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of which, we will have competition out of South Texas.
Oh, yes. Oh, yep. Sweet.
Uh,
No, it's an associate group.
It's an associate group.
We have allies.
Yeah.
That's Doc
These-
Hansen and them, right?
Yeah, the South Texas troubleshooters
Well, that's what they are. They're the troubleshooters.
who are going to come in and clean up our mistakes.
Oh my God! Finally, a cleaning crew on the buckets.
We will lend them team large animals.
Challenge accepted.
I just had a thought. So,
Careful.
you know, 3.
Careful. It's
Yeah, I know. This is dangerous for me. But the 3 moms of the apocalypse, is that like Texas Akati?
Go sit in the corner.
Yes, Dan.
Oh, God.
So, all in all, this was a good con, but exhausting.
so exhausting.
But for
Oh
those,
my God.
I was quite successful in hiding the fact I was violently ill about 2 hours before my first panel. Stress, Rita wasn't there. Stress, I may have eaten something. My hydration was 2 cups of coffee 6 hours before, which might not have been a good idea. The best idea.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
think-
got water in it.
It's water strained through beans like God intended.
Yes.
I was violently ill, and then scared somebody out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
But recovered enough that did the first panel and felt fine. And the first panel segued right into the second panel in the same damn room.
Yeah.
Felt fine after that.
Yeah. Hey, DW, good to see you. Sorry you're late. You got to go back and watch this one later for the start.
I will say the number of times where I got coffee because people made a point of making sure there was coffee, and then didn't get breakfast until 6, 7, 9 o'clock at night. We'll be fixing that this next con.
Yeah.
But it was-
Hey, man can live on coffee. How do you think I got down from Montana?
Yeah.
Not with doing as much stuff as I was doing.
Oh, that's fair.
Got to 8:45, and someone took me by the arm, put me in a chair, and said, "Order dinner." And I'm like,
Yeah.
Cedar did
Right.
that to me
thought it was John that
Sunday
did that.
or Saturday.
Well, Sunday it was like we're having dinner, Ian.
Yeah, no, this
Mhm.
Cedar snatched me, and I have discovered, and honestly, this is a hell of a shock to me that apparently I am approachable and good to talk to, which
Yes.
See, you think you're off-putting, but you're just a sweetheart.
Yes. RK and her husband brought their own tea, and it was good to see both of them there. And I actually kind of felt bad because trying to sit down and talk to our friends never friggin' works
This is why we have Fool's Con.
because you get 5 minutes with people.
this is the first con where I kind of half-assed, sort of accepted a peer status.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go 3 feet in the main area without
Mhm.
somebody wanting to talk or get an autograph, which was okay. It didn't bother me in the least.
Mhm.
It freaked me the fuck out, but less so than normal.
I found if I ran through the bar, I could get by before people could actually figure out they caught my attention, and I'd have to come back. I'd have to come back later, but it also got me this close to Larry's chest before I realized I was about to run directly into it.
When,
Oh, hi, Larry. Bye, Larry. Off.
when I do what Bridget calls the stabby walk, And I'm not angry, folks. People thought I was angry I wasn't angry. It's just that I was overwhelmed and
Now, you can
overstimulated.
tell when he's angry.
Yeah. He turns redder.
I was doing the stabby walk, which is apparently all braced and
Yeah.
because that way people didn't stop me when I had something to do, and I actually had stuff to do.
Yeah, the sad part is Jesse said, people we were on opposite schedules with, and I missed panels because I was on other panels, and sadly, that's
It goes.
that's the way it goes at cons. Yeah, bento boxes and a backpack. That would have worked.
Well, I feel you on the peerage thing a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of people that came up and who was coming up to me and saying, "Hi," it's like, "Oh God, you know who I am?"
Yeah.
I mean, and other than just the guy who took Hot Emma off the market. Like,
You are punching out your weight class on that one, by the way.
yeah, like
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I was like, like you really want to move up here? You like think about it. You really want to move up here? Okay, well, don't say that. Tell you so. And
She knows the treasure when she sees one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
And one of these days, she'll see one.
yeah, I know. Until then, she's got the divorce attorney on standby.
Speed dial.
No, she locked that down as soon as she found it.
Hello, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe?
Sarah, pick your poison.
What? What?
She says, I'm not sure whether I was adopted or abducted.
You'll get over it.
Yes.
Was there duct tape involved? Then you were adopted.
We prefer the term dragooned.
Yes. Yes. And oh God, yes. Mona Lisa brought some poppy seed pastry. Oh my
I
God.
could have nosedived into that
Yeah.
stuff.
Where was she? Because I kept hearing she was there. And
She
I
was-
never got
That
to
little
see
thing
her.
was everywhere.
I got to tie her up once.
Really?
That's the same reaction we get every time she says that.
We're planning a demonstration at some point with Mona Lisa and me.
So we're gonna sell charity tickets for the next time I tie up Mona Lisa. So
That's not an after-hours thing, is it?
For me, it was before the con.
Kidding.
Well, no, actually, it was.
Emma, don't divorce me,
No,
please.
okay, so Courtney has this thing when she needs to get into her corset. The code phrase is sad roommate noises. I was like, and so I turned to Scott because I had to go up to the panel. Scott Richardson and said, Scott, he said, what? I said, could you go tie up Courtney? And Jim was sitting there. He's like, wait, I'm leaving.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
He met me on the elevator and had my stuff tightened so I could get to my first panel. I had 2 minutes before I was going to be late for my first panel.
Yes. Chris Smith bought rum balls. Bill and his wife.
Yingling.
Bill and his wife brought cookie bars, which were excellent.
Oh, my God. The Bill Armstrong Mead Hall gun range.
Oh God.
Good guy.
Oh, he
Good guy.
had me a couple bottles of good stuff.
Get the cookie bars. Just get the cookie bars. That's all I'm saying.
You ever get the Scotch ale?
I've still got the Scotch ale. It's in my fridge. Get it nice and chill.
Oh, you didn't get into it yet?
Not yet.
You're gonna like that.
Oh, I know. I love Scotch ale.
Yeah.
No, but the con was great. It really was. Fantastic con.
I was there. I saw some of it. So.
Emma's panel went pretty well.
Oh no.
Good.
Taylor Anderson.
Oh.
Peritonitis.
That's a what?
Peritonitis. What
Yeah.
the hell?
What's that?
Taylor Anderson is another local Texas author.
Oh.
By local Texas, that's a big
Oh,
wide area.
Erin has extra balls and has no idea what to do with them.
She has the rum balls, which are
Oh, you have
Oh,
to
okay.
specify.
Oh,
wait, she has the extra rum balls, which are chocolate and with so
Why did I
There were-
not see any of those? Oh, that's right, because I was working.
yep. But yes, they were chocolate, slightly salty.
Oh.
squirrel. Sorry.
The Mormon had the rum balls. Yeah, right, that works. We know they're safe.
She claimed them and took them home, and they were made with non-alcoholic rum, so she could have them.
Mhm.
They were made specifically so she could have some.
What the
The
absolute
question-
fuck is non-alcoholic rum?
Someone found it. I saw the bottle. It's an abomination, but the rum balls were good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did you try that rum that Chris Smith brought? in his little flask?
There was a flask and I didn't get any.
I did. Oh, it was good.
I'm gonna have to kick Chris Smith. Oh, he'll like it.
Tell the story of our liquor that we have on the shelf. It's
Oh.
you made.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We usually come back with more liquor than we leave with, and we leave with quite a bit of liquor. So this is slightly impressive. So we get back to the shop, and we're offloading the rum, and we need to put it somewhere. So Jonna finds a space on a shelf away from the front where local blue noses can't see it, and I am putting liquor bottles up on a shelf. As I go through, every one of them, high end, is open and mostly gone, except the one lonely Everclear bottle is not only full, it is unopened.
Someone needed hand sanitizer.
I think I'm gonna fill it up with vanilla sticks and cherries.
There you go.
Yeah.
Make jungle
Oh,
juice.
Yes, yes.
Why does this remind me of the? Oh God,
So
I don't even.
y'all know what a spooja is? You ever do a spooja? It's a thing. I swear to God, it's a Filipino thing.
Okay.
So you cut a hole. You take a whole watermelon,
Oh yeah.
and you cut a hole inside a watermelon,
Yeah,
and then
Oh,
you
and
freeze
put
it, cut it into slices, and you get drunk off your ass eating watermelon.
yeah.
What the hell did you call it?
They call it a spooja.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you said.
That's what the Filipino cannery workers were calling it when I first had it.
Moving on.
I
Yeah.
just heard it called alcohol
Now-
party.
A few years ago, a friend of ours brought some moonshine cherries.
Ooh,
Oh,
I've
God.
seen those.
I've had one. And one only. One cherry only, Vasily.
And he ate what, 4 of them?
Oh,
And he's a big boy. I mean, 6'8" big boy. And he was drunk on his ass.
Oh yeah, can confirm.
Tully had something I wish Rita had been there to have. Rita likes her martinis.
Yeah.
And he had a prickly pear martini that just, holy gods.
Yeah, Tully, Cliff Rose, had a
Becky
ton of
Smith
folks
was
come
there.
down. Yeah.
No, thank you for introducing me to oil fire. By the way, that stuff's scary.
Right?
That's why there were several.
Like
bottles.
I haven't been that.
Everybody was throwing oil fire bottles at me.
I haven't been that scared since trying soju. You know,
Oh,
because
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't taste the alcohol at all. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
it tastes like a pecan pie, a liquid pecan pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poisonous for me.
That's soju that tastes better.
Yeah.
And well, soju doesn't have taste.
But thankfully, I managed to claim the fact that we are 6 anthologies deep right now,
Yay!
and we did sign on. Don't.
Yes, soju is evil, DW. You and I both know that because we've been there.
Oh, yeah.
How's the hangover?
Well, you know the fastest way to make E5 in all of DOD.
Yeah.
You know,
Be an E6 and get drunk.
we'll go to Korea. Be an E6 and go to Korea.
That too. Well, usually that'll get you E4.
Oh, you're talking about Den.
Huh?
Courtney, they're talking about Den in the Star Trek.
Well, I'm no. I was,
Oh
So there
yeah.
was Den and there was Clay.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was probably Den because Clay broke his arm and couldn't put 10 bar.
Who was pushing up against the Trekkies? Or the Trekkies were pushing up against us? I don't remember.
I'm not
and-
going
We're-
there.
we're not
we'll
going
go-
there.
not-
Sorry, my bad.
Wait,
no, but
later.
The bartender is.
Oh, the
Dave
bartender
Clark's
was,
son, and he's a great guy. He's
Yeah, the
just
bar-
terrific.
The bartender was Den Cleric, who is actually trained and certified to be a bartender. He's Dave Cleric's son, and he's a fantastic bartender.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
a great cook too.
He's a
And
great
he
booze
could be
slinger.
part of the Very Large Mammals group really easily. 'cause
Oh,
so
he's
much
definitely a misfit.
I thought he was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, he
Oh.
pitches in, but he's more his dad's like left hand. He goes and hits people. No,
Oh.
he goes and moves things. For
Oh,
his
and
dad.
that is another funny story from the con.
There's so many.
Introducing 2 sets of friends of ours to each other, both of whom are prior intel
Oh, God, yes.
in other lives.
The number of spooks.
I mentioned, people didn't believe me.
The NSA was monitoring that con, I guarantee.
But
The NSA was presence.
what was hilarious,
they're handing out business cards.
what was hilarious was they immediately went to MOSs and codes.
Yep.
And everybody around them, except for a couple of us, are going, the fuck are they talking about?
Don't worry about it. It's all
Yeah.
classified.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Kermit, I would love to get Larry to show up at a con. Larry Lambert. That would be priceless.
Poor Frank is done.
Yeah.
We may have a Frank substitute for Thursday.
Yeah.
Somebody was making a joke that I guess the guest of honor at FinCon last year was also named Larry or something like that.
No, that was the first one. Was Larry Niven. Last year was I don't know his name, but Ken. I think Larry was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry
But
Niven was their very first guest at FinCon.
Yeah.
someone
And they'd gone to the first FinCon. And
okay. No, someone was making the joke that from now on, every guest of honor has to change their first name to Larry.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah, Fred's having to stand in for Frank. Yes, Sarah. Not all MI are geeky. Trust me.
We had the knuckle dragging MI.
Oh yeah.
Tom, some of our Tom friends would have fit in quite nicely.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of the knuckle dragging side of the equation.
Well, we've pretty much had 3 services worth covered.
Oh yeah.
At least.
And Space Force. We had Space Force.
We had Space Force there.
So
We
4.
had Space Force, Navy.
Well, we did have Space Force intelligence. We're talking about the intelligence.
Oh,
side.
Yeah.
True.
Space Force, Air Force, Army, Navy,
There were Marines there.
Marine. Hell, all we need is
I
some
don't know if
coasties.
I don't know if there was a coastie there, but I bet there was.
Oh, somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, there was definitely a coastie there because I talked to him.
Oh, okay, cool. We had them all.
He's a retired Master Chief.
So yeah, we had it. Hey, all DOD's representing.
Yeah.
And we have private sector too.
Yeah, Nikki now counts as private sector.
Mhm.
Of course, she also counts in the other sectors too.
Some of the others count as private sector now too. So
Yeah.
I'm not going there.
I had several former law enforcement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
former and current.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Jack Wilder is a great guy.
Yes.
Jack's good people.
That poor guy was. We thought we were running hard. Jack was running his ass off all weekend.
Hmm.
Yes, he was.
Jack was running so fast, I swear to God, there was a plasma trail behind him half the time.
I actually let him help with booth setup. Because I was putting it in stuff. I know, right? But some of it was guys putting up his stuff. I need to know how he
Yeah.
wanted it displayed. But yeah, it was
Who smuggled in an espresso machine, and why was I not told about this?
Yeah,
Jack.
Jack
Had
had
an
one.
espresso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, we need.
He's not going to take back what he said, but he's close.
yeah.
There was an espresso machine. I didn't have access to it.
Yeah.
He needs it, but he needs it at least an hour before he can be sociable. So I can
Yeah.
understand they're not talking about it. But come on, dude.
No,
I got to
Come
tell
on,
you.
coffee.
Go ahead.
All right, I got to tell you a funny story about espresso machines.
Okay.
If anybody ever flew Continental Airlines in the old days,
No.
I'm the
Probably.
only one who can answer that question. Yes.
Probably.
they had an espresso machine on it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Why?
Because Corey Bethune, the president of Continental Airlines, liked his cappuccinos and his espressos.
No.
So he had them put a machine on every airplane. Because he said, if I like it, there's a bunch of other people that probably like it too.
Yeah.
See, and that's service.
And I knew Gordy when he was a assistant maintenance officer in VP Ford, 1973. And they lost my bags once. And I sent him an email because I had his actual email. And I said, next time I'd just like to go with the bags. And I get back this, what? I said, well, I'm here in Guam, but I don't know where the hell my bags are. And he goes, stand by. Next day, my bags mysteriously showed up. Still don't know where the hell they went. But Gordy was literally one of the, I think, best airline presidents we had because he actually gave a shit about the people that worked for him.
That's kind of helpful.
Well, he'd come out of the military. And the reason he bailed was people that worked for him didn't want to take responsibility.
Mhm.
And he went, why should I put up with this bullshit for nothing?
Reminds me of Les Schwab. John knows who I'm talking about.
Well, that's Schwab, right? Oh.
Yeah, that my grandmother went to high school with his son and daughter.
Yeah. It's a tire company out in the West. Best service ever. Fabulous folks.
Yep.
So,
A free winter beef promotion with
Yeah,
a purchase of tires.
get new tires, get free beef.
Yeah.
So
That guy was awesome. And then
totally awesome.
recently, the family finally sold the company because,
Okay.
and just straight down. It used to be that a man can go work for Schwab.
Yeah.
Work from high school to retirement age, and he'd come out a millionaire. And I can personally vouch for that one because my great uncle Joe was one of those people. He actually retired from the board.
Yeah, it's
Pro
a damn
Schwab.
good company.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
good company.
Good place to learn a work ethic.
FinCon was
They employed
fantastic.
So many rural guys and got them a good base to go from. It was just, oh man.
Kept the timber town going. Sorry.
FinCon was fantastic.
Yep.
I am exhausted because folks don't understand that for a lot of us, going to cons means we empty our tanks. And I emptied my tank about 3.2 seconds after I walked through the door. Had a wonderful time. Knackered.
I'm surprised you didn't bar the door and I showed up. Like, no, I'm done with people for now.
But anyway,
Honestly, when
thanks.
y'all are done, y'all have to get out.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Get
Yeah.
out, I'm locking the door, leave me alone.
Uh,
No, we're just really tired. So
Well, thanks for having me anyway.
Oh, you're
well,
welcome.
thank
And
you
getting
for
you
everything
folks-
that you did to
yeah.
contribute. And thanks to those of you who showed up and supported us.
It supported Larry. More
yeah.
importantly, supported Larry and Chuck and Speaker.
Yeah.
That was, thank you guys.
He goes by Rob now. He's no longer speaker. He's come out of the closet.
He will always be Speaker to me.
He has tenure now.
Oh,
And if you liked what was going on at FinCon, tell people you liked what was going on at FinCon so they do it again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I will say it takes us about 2 to 3 weeks to prep for a con, especially when we're doing the booth like we did this
yeah,
year.
there's a lot of
Um,
work that goes on in the background.
So this isn't just like a weekend of tired. This is
No,
a
I have a
month
week
of tired.
paperwork. I have a week of paperwork from the booth coming. So
Well, that's why the hotel
And-
bump deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
threw, a
so
lot,
impressive how you
Yeah.
guys handled it.
threw a lot of folks into a tizzy over
Yeah.
that, but it wasn't
It worked
anything we
well.
handled.
No.
we solve issues. We're good folks and we know how to help each other.
Yep.
So Monster
But-
Hunter Gang stepped up for that.
The Monster
Come
Hunter
on,
Gang,
boy.
the Misfits, the Very Large Mammals, all of y'all made, you have no idea how much y'all helped. Thank you.
And if anybody's interested, I will be doing an anthology called Troping Around.
7th anthology.
From the man,
Yes.
the man who said he'd never do an anthology again.
Well,
Oh.
considering the number of people that were yakking at me this weekend about it,
Okay, so let's do an anthology rundown on Thursday, guys.
And they didn't even get you drunk first?
no. But
You just have to be persistent with Jim.
it'll be taking a trope and flipping a trope. And I have an artist that's already talked to me about doing a cover for it.
Also, there's going to be a signing, a book signing.
We don't know yet the details.
We don't know yet when, where, how, or anything other than there will be a book signing down in South Texas, Southeast Texas,
It'll
Southwest
be
Texas.
the South Texas troubleshooters.
South Texas Troubleshooters will have us for a book signing. So pass the word around, see if we get enough warm bodies to show up to their book signing. Let them know that they're welcomed and appreciated.
If you're
Yes.
around a hall and get a far.
Mhm. And honestly, if we spoke and you were at
Got dizzy.
FedCon,
I was nodding and got dizzy.
and if we spoke about something, send me an email about what we talked about because I may or may not have taken notes.
The South Texas people are being led by Sandra Medlock and Rob Hansen.
Mhm.
So,
Aaron, we'll get together. I'll get you a list. As soon as
all
I
right,
have
folks, thank you very much for putting up with us. Apologize for Friday. And yes, Chris Smith's the other one. So we
Chris
will.
Smith, the walking god.
one. Mm.
And we're going to call it, folks. You have a good one.
Be safe, guys.
Bye-bye. Hang on a second. Okay. And remember, folks, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't fet the sweaty stuff.
Be between dishes.
Bye.
I was about to say, you didn't say the line.